very, 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 very unwell. And I spent most of the day asleep, feeling pretty ropey and really not very well at all. So I thought, no, it was mostly headache, other things as well. I was better the day after, so it's all good. But I got a blanket for Christmas. Look, a lovely warm blanket, which is just as well because it's absolutely freezing today. And I really made use of it on Christmas Day because I snuggled up in my blanket and just had a little nap until I felt better, which was not until the day after Christmas Day. Which there's been an argument whether the day after Christmas Day is Boxing Day. Some people, in Facebook in particular, have been going, no, the day after Christmas Day is not Boxing Day because the day after Christmas, if it's on a weekend, it's not a working day and therefore it's not Boxing Day. No, I thought I took it into consideration and I thought about it and then I looked it up and I found out that some people say that if the day after Christmas is on a Sunday, then maybe that can't be Boxing Day, because in the olden days, long, long ago, when the reason it was called Boxing Day was the gentry would box up all the rubbish and give it to the servants and go away, have a holiday. Then they couldn't really get a holiday because really it's a Sunday and that's a holiday anyway. But then again, I thought, hang on, Saturday's not the same as Sunday. Saturday was always for those servants a working day, and Sunday probably was a working day as well, except they got an hour off to go to some place of worship, do their worship. But people are like, oh no, it can't be Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the first working day after Christmas. But the thing is, there's a bank holiday, which is the day I don't know whether you have them in America, but in Britain, a bank holiday is the day you get off. You have the day off. You don't get off. You have the day off, and you don't go to work. So that's not a working day. So if, as they say, the Monday after the Friday if that's Boxing Day, but it's a bank holiday, then that's not a working day. So the next day after that would have to be Boxing Day, but then you'd make it into a bank holiday because it's Boxing Day. Boxing Day has to have a bank holiday, so that wouldn't be a working day. So then you'd have to have a bank holiday on the Wednesday, where it would be Boxing Day again, and then it wouldn't be Boxing Day because it's not a working day, and then you keep on going forever and ever in an endless loop of Boxing Days. So clearly, no matter what they say, and still people are arguing, no, I'm right, they're going, and other people are going, no, you're not right. And they're going, I'm right. Anyway, that's all over. I'm feeling better, but Christmas is over, and I was looking forward to it. I mean, I wasn't really going anywhere for it. I stayed in my house. I wasn't going to visit my parents because my parents said, don't visit! Because of the situation, obviously. It's not that they don't love me. I'm hoping that's not what it is. And they sent me presents. I got pants and socks, which is what you always get at Christmas, isn't it? Pants and socks, and a little mirror wrapped up that I believe was my mirror anyway that I'd left at home that they sent to me. And also, I don't know, I got also from at work, somebody got me a box of tea, that's nice, and some bath things. Now, traditionally, if you get bath things for people, it's usually a hint to say, you need to have a bath. So I'm going to not take that. I'm not going to take it personally. And I did have a bath today with the bath things, and they were very nice. Bergamot and ginger they were, with lemongrass. Very nice. Nobody's here. I'm just talking to myself, which is nothing new really. And whatever. So how has everything been? Did you have a lovely Christmas, people? Was it amazing and everything you hoped it would be? Rather than like me, lying on the sofa in terrible pain, not really being able to do anything, hardly eating a thing, because I couldn't keep it down. To be honest, I felt absolutely dreadful. But I got my blanket, so it's all good. Blanket. My lovely blanket, snuggly blanket. So I did have a nice Christmas, really, in that I slept it away. It was horrible and I was in pain, but by the next day I was fine. So it's all good. I'm going to have Christmas again at another time and another place. I don't know when. And I'm not the worst off. Everybody probably had a terrible Christmas, I expect. I don't know. Maybe some people had lovely Christmases. What I found out today, at Christmas time, they usually put Sound of Music on. And what I found out today is my flatmate has never seen The Sound of Music. And that's extraordinary because he really does like musicals and things like that. But then somebody just posted something of the Mother Superior saying something to Julie Andrews' character, which is Maria, that sounded very... It didn't sound like what she meant it to sound, and I laughed and laughed. And my flatmate said, "What is it?" And I was like, "I can't really explain it to you because one, you haven't seen Sound of Music, and two, out of context. It's anyway. Watch the scene with Mother Superior. She says, "What is it, you?" And then some other stuff that I'm not going to say because even if I say it the way it should be said, I am aware that it would come out the way that it sounds if you just present it in that way. It's context, isn't it? It's all context. So anyway, Christmas Day came and went. It actually, even though I was asleep for a lot of it, it did feel like it was very long in that I was still in pain. I kept waking up going, ow, no, not better. Ow, no, not better. It's like, it was like I had a hangover, but I hadn't drunk anything. So I must have eaten something that made me feel ill because it was like, it was just so bad. But I'm all good now. Yay. Yay. And I saw Charlie Brooker's show today, and then I read in The Independent that it's got terrible reviews. The Independent's like, no, it's terrible. It's like 2020. You wanted to be over with. It's awful. It's terrible. 1 star. And then they had another article about how everybody thinks it's terrible, just to justify their response to it. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was terrible at all. It was quite amusing, enjoyable enough. Other things that I've seen since Christmas, which is 2 days ago now. So long. I watched some Bridgerton. That's quite good. Is that called Bridgerton? It's the thing. It's a sort of not really. It's a period drama that's sort of like a Jane Austen thing, but isn't a Jane Austen thing because it's based on a modern novel. It's quite good anyway. It's interesting and quite amusing. But I tried to get my flatmate, who hasn't watched The Sound of Music, to watch it. He's like, I don't think that's really my thing. He's like, it's a comedy. He's like, is it a comedy though? I said, it's a comedy in the way that Jane Austen's a comedy. He's like, is that a comedy? It's like, yes, it is. Is it in the modern sense of a word a comedy though? He said, yes, it is, because the modern sense of comedy is the same as always. Comedy is a comedy is a comedy. It's a comedy. It's drama, but it's a drama comedy. Anyway, whatever. Does it matter? These pointless distractions and the genres and the walls that you put up between this thing and that thing. And I've still only got 3 people watching me. What's the point? What's the point in anything? I struggle. Struggling. So 2020 is nearly over. Hooray! 2021 has only just begun. Hooray! I don't know what it's going to be like, whether it's going to be, but I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. It's going to be a mystery and a surprise. Ooh, it feels like I'm sort of, yes, dramatic. La la la, I'm a vampire. Ha ha! Yes, so I've driven the 2 people that were watching me away with my shenanigans with my lovely blanket. Yes. Nobody's responding to me. It's so sad. I suppose that everybody's having parties and things and spending time with it. I'm going to take that label off. Spending time with their relatives and loved ones and all the people that they haven't seen for... I'm not, because I'm here. Still here in my little blanket. Going nowhere. Haven't been anywhere. Went for a little walk today while I was watching Bridgerton. I was watching it on my little Fire tablet. I was walking along, doing my little exercise, so that I didn't have to come out. Went out. Grammar has left the building. I did go out on Wednesday because somebody on my timeline said everyone should find out the nearest food bank and donate. And I went, yes, that's a good idea. So I went through my cupboards and I've got a lot of stuff because I was very worried about Brexit and all sorts of other things. And the whole thing, and I slightly stockpiled, so I did have a slight excess of things. So I piled some of them into my backpack, and it was very heavy, and I set off down the road because I looked out and I found out where the nearest food bank was. I was like, I will go and I will give money to charity, la 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 la. We'll give it where it's needed. So I put it on my back, and it was very heavy. And I settled down the road, and then it started raining. And then I realised I had a mile to go, and it was raining a lot. So I got so wet by the time I got there. But then I piled my stuff up. There was somebody there, but they'd gone the other way. There was there was a few people that had put a donation just before me, but there was like a trestle table, and it was like, you put your donations here, hello. So I put my donations on there, and I was like, and then I had a setback because it was really raining. So I had a bit of a hello, two people. So I had a little bit of a journey going to put the food in the food bank. Food in the food bank, yes. It was mostly tins. It was very heavy. It was heavy stuff. And then I came back again in the rain, and I was like, I'm not going out again. I'm absolutely soaking wet. Maybe that's why I felt so ill on Thursday. I didn't think about that. Friday. When was Christmas Day? Friday. So it was 2 days after that I felt so ill that I felt like I was going to die. But I didn't die. Clearly I'm still here. So that's fine. So I was thinking when I got caught in the rain, no good deed goes unpunished. I said that to somebody. They're like, that's horrible. I'm like, it is horrible. But if you do good things in the hope that good things will happen to you, then you will be very, very much disappointed. But if you do good things, knowing very well that terrible things are going to happen to you, no matter what, whether you do them or not really, then you probably won't be disappointed. You just go, yeah, that figures, whatever, terrible things will happen, and that's life, and it's all good. But I hope that my donations would help people. It was just various, it was just the normal things like beans and chickpeas and a jar of mincemeat, because I thought that'll come in handy, and a big thing of sugar. It's so heavy. I've got so many heavy things on my back. And it was other things as well. It was a big pile of things. I can't even remember anymore. I think there was an onion in it. And Christmas things that you can use at Christmas and beyond. And was there soup? I can't even remember now. It's so long ago in the distant past. Anyway, so I'm not saying this just to say, I gave the money, I gave things to a food bank, because it's not very impressive, really. Oh, some spinach. Strong to the finish, a little can of spinach. I thought, that's like Popeye the Sailor Man. I should probably have kept that so that I wasn't so weak and worn 2 days later. But no, spinach and other things. Because it said on the website that they needed mince pies. I didn't have any mince pies, but I did give them mincemeat, and sugar. So you just put sugar and mincemeat, or bread and some mincemeat, and you've made a pie. I don't know, probably. It should have provided flour. It's like, the trouble is, if you don't have an oven, that's not practical. But you can eat the mincemeat out of the jar very easily. And I've got another jar of mincemeat. I might do that myself later. Mincemeat. Mincemeat for Americans is not meat. It's not actually meat. It's just like raisins and what is it? Maybe like apple and sometimes like a little bit of fat. This sounds awful. It's like basically what you'd give to the birds in winter. It's spices. It's a sort of raisiny, spicy thing. I'll show you, because I've got another. I'll show you what it is. It's not made of meat. It's not made of meat at all. Now my blanket's going. It's not made of meat, and you put it in a pie. I've got some pies, some mince pies, because I didn't make them because it's dark. So I bought lots of Christmas food, but I haven't really eaten the Christmas food because I haven't really been up to it. So here it is. I have 2 of these, and I gave one. So there it is. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it is. What's made of? It's sugar, apples, vine fruit. So it's like they it's one of the raisins or the currants or the sultana. Oh yes, sultanas, raisins and currants. All of them. Candied mixed peel, glucose fructose syrup, orange peel, sugar, lemon peel, citric acid, vegetable suet, palm oil. Oh dear, palm oil no. Sunflower oil, rice flour, treacle, acidity regulator. Oh, so appetizing. Mixed spices, antioxidant, which is ascorbic acid, vitamin C. So hello, Merry Christmas to you too. So unfortunately it's got palm oil in it. I didn't know that when I bought it. I bought it probably 1 or 2 Christmas. It's still in date. It's still got ages to go because it's practically last. This is why for a while. It's still good until July of next year. So I thought, well, I haven't used it yet, so I didn't really look at the ingredients when I bought it. It was like on special offer, so it wasn't. See, I didn't give expensive things. I just gave things I thought were. So yeah, so not bigging myself up. I mean, I did a little video of it, and I was like, I'm gonna put this up because it makes it look like I'm going, oh, look at me, I'm giving to charity, and it's actually, I just needed to get out of the house, and they need it more than me, and I don't know, I just felt like I needed to do that because somebody had said you should do that, and I'm like, yes, I should. Anyway, beside the point, I've still got a Christmas cake, gluten-free Christmas cake. I didn't make. My mum usually makes me a Christmas cake, but my mum isn't in the same vicinity as me. She didn't send me a Christmas cake through the post. It would have been heavy and probably would have cost a lot. But I bought a Christmas cake and I haven't eaten it yet because I haven't really had the chance. And mince pies, I didn't show you them. I'm back upstairs. I'm not going back and getting them. But they're basically pies with that stuff that I just showed you in them. And it's very nice and very Christmassy. And it's the same as Christmas crackers. It's like Americans go, what's a Christmas cracker? Christmas cracker is a thing that you put. I've got the remnants. I had a Christmas cracker. It's like not crackers and cheese crackers. They are things that you pull, and they've got little gifts and maybe a little motto or joke inside, and a hat, a Christmas hat. So this is it after it's already been pulled. It's got another bit like that, so imagine it the other side, and then you put like a Christmas hat in it and a toy of some sort, usually a rubbish plastic toy. What did Santa bring you? This blanket. This is what I got, this blanket, and I went through this, but nobody was listening to me, nobody was here. So then you pull it, and there's like a little explosive inside, and it goes pop. Except we pulled them, they were cheap crackers. Pulled it, and it didn't go pop. So like, no, I didn't want to explode it into somebody's face, so we just sort of left it be. So that's, you can sort of make these really like that. You've got a ribbon there, quite nice, and then this bit comes apart, and then whoever's got this bit gets the prize. That's a Christmas cracker. Traditional British thing that I know. Oh, it's very dusty. I'm getting a bit dusty up here. My nose is like itching. Ooh. So this is what I had for Christmas, a blanket, which came in handy because, as I said, as I was going through, I felt very ill at Christmas, and this is what I did on Christmas Day when I wasn't throwing up and feeling ill. So, yay! Christmas joy. But now I'm fine. It's only 2 days later. So I'm looking forward to Doctor Who on Friday. That'll be good. That'll be something. Is that in 2021? I think it is. I think it's on New Year's Day, so it's into the day. And then I'm back at work next week, I think. But that's a little bit uncertain because nobody knows what's happening anymore, do they? So I'm just saying that I use my Christmas bath supplies to wash. So now I've got wet hair now. Celebrating. How am I celebrating New Year's Eve? Well, I'm hoping a little bit better than Christmas Eve. Well, Christmas Eve, I didn't really do anything. Christmas Day, I was ill. New Year's Day, I'll probably be here. New Year's Eve, what I'll do is I'll stay up for as long as I can, and then I'll fall asleep. And that'll be my New Year's Eve. It'll be ever so exciting. And maybe I'll go, hooray, it's 2021 when it's 12 o'clock. Or maybe I won't. Because maybe I'll have fallen asleep by then. Who can tell? The exciting life I lead. So we can't go anywhere because of things. So there's nowhere I can go and nowhere I can do. Nowhere I can do. Nothing I can do. So I might eat my Christmas cake. I'll eat my Christmas cake for New Year's Eve. That'll be an excitement, won't it? I can't pull my cracker because I only had 2 and they're gone. And maybe I'll eat my mincemeat out of the jar. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. That's an exciting New Year's Eve. What a thrilling life I lead. Yay. And then I will watch Doctor Who on New Year's Day. And hopefully that will be good. Captain Jack Harkness is in it. Is that a spoiler? I don't think so, because it's in all the trailers. And it's obvious that that was going to come. And I don't know what else. Things that I could watch. Oh, Soul on Disney Plus. That's worth watching. And I think, when's Wonder Woman coming out? I think I looked it up. It's like the 19th of January. Unless you can go to the cinema, in which case it's already out. Good luck to you if you can go to the cinema. Where I'm living, we can't do that. I'm basically in my house with my blanket. It's me for the foreseeable future. Anyway, now, like I said, the week next week, not next week, the week after, I'm possibly going back to work. I don't know. And then Christmas will be over for another year. Not that anything happened this year except for me going with. So, yeah. So that's so good. So exciting. I'm very happy the 5 of you have stayed for me just going, but then again, that's what always happens, isn't it? Yeah, so yeah, I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas, whether you celebrated or not. Whether it was a nice day, I hope it was a nice day, which was Friday. I hope Friday was lovely for you, and that you weren't feeling terribly ill and laying on the sofa. Anything better than that is a plus. If you did have a terrible time, I'm very sorry and I hope you feel better. And if you did have a lovely time, then I'm going to live vicariously through you and go, oh, Ray, you've got shiny things and amazing stuff. I got a blanket, so I'm fine. A lovely blanket, especially since it's going to be freezing apparently. And there's a Storm Bella today, and then there's going to be freezing fog and ice and snow. And so I will wrap up in my blanket and not go anywhere. And that's probably what I will do for New Year's Eve. Oh no, I've got dust all over my blanket now. It's the trouble sitting down on this dusty stairs. I need to. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll hoover the stairs. I'll vacuum the stairs for my New Year's Eve, and that's what I'll do. Now I'm a bit worried that I've got like moths in this from sitting here, because we do have moths and I don't want them to go in my, because the reason I asked for this blanket, the reason is I did have 2 blankets and I thought, oh, it's cold, I'll go look for them, and they were both completely eaten away by the moths and I needed another one. So would you say something about Boxing Day? I didn't say that. I didn't see that. So yeah, I hope that your Boxing Day was lovely. I don't know whether it's Saturday or Sunday, or maybe tomorrow is Boxing Day. And maybe the people that said tomorrow is Boxing Day were completely correct. I'm happy for that to be, because then it's still Christmas. It is still a bank holiday, not that it makes any difference at all. If every day you have to stay in your house, then whether it's a bank holiday or not is a moot point, because it just the same as all the other days. It's a bank holiday, it's not a bank holiday. It's Christmas, it's not Christmas. Is it any different? Well, no day is different, but that you make it so. It's different because you've celebrated. I've been listening to Christmas songs on my little devices for weeks. And yet on Christmas Day, I couldn't even do that because I was so... I did cook Christmas dinner in between bouts of feeling horrible, but I couldn't eat it. But I had it on Sunday. I fried it all up with some curry paste, some tikka paste, and it was very nice. The next day, all fried up, so that was nice. Oh, were you? Oh, I see. You said it again. Yeah. I'm sorry. I hope that you feel better soon. Yeah, but I went the other way around. I felt bad, even though I hadn't overindulged, and then I felt better on Sunday. Today is Sunday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. What day is it? What day is it, boy? Why, it's Christmas Day, sir. Oh, then I haven't missed it. Go to the shops. The one with the turkey in the window. Yes, send it to Cratchit's house. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll send it. I haven't missed it, so I was just visited by the ghosts of Christmas past. and present and yet to come, and now I've learnt the error of my ways, and I will always celebrate Christmas in my heart. Aha! So tomorrow is Christmas Day, and the next day is Christmas Day, and the day after that is Christmas Day. Hurrah, hurrah, hooray! New Year's resolutions to not be ill on New Year's Eve, but that's not something I've got any control over, so I can't really say that that is going to work out. My New Year's resolution to, well, things, I'm always like, I'm going to do creative things in the next year. I go, that's my resolution. We're going to be much better in the next coming year. I'm sorry, much better in the coming year, and everything's going to be so good and so amazing. And I'm going to do marvels and miracles, as my dad used to say, with the missing word, not missing. But I'm not going to do that, am I? There's no point making a resolution because you don't know what's. I'm sure haven't made resolutions for several years, but if I'd have made one for last year or this year, it's still 2020. I can't believe it's still 2020. If I'd have made one for this year at the beginning of this year or the end of last year, then it probably wouldn't have worked. Like, I'm gonna travel the world. Nope. I'm gonna see the sights. Nope. I'm gonna go out more. Nope. I'm gonna do things and see things and be people and see people and do people and wow, and it wouldn't have worked, would it? It would have just been a horrible disappointment. So I'm just going to take it as it comes. If anything good happens, then that's hooray, amazingly good, and if anything bad happens, then it's just like, well, that's typical, that's what you should probably expect, and if it's not like that, then hooray. I don't believe in the power of positive thinking. I've met people that do. Doesn't necessarily help them. Like, I believe in positive thinking and I am where I am today because of positive thinking. And it's like, maybe you're just randomly and luckily, whether you believe in luck or not, maybe it's just a random coincidence that you happen to work out well then. And I'm really happy for you, but don't be so sure. What were you saying that for, George? I don't know. I don't understand why you're saying that. But, things are going to be working. I think it'll be great. You're going to have the whole world on your plate. Starting here. Starting now. Everything is coming up roses. And you know what they put on roses to make them come up? Yes. To focus on. They put stuff on roses. So that'll be good. Anyway, I don't know why George was swearing at me, but thank you. Oh, I see what it's not much British. I see what you mean. I thought you were just randomly swearing at me, George. I see what you mean. Yes, that's very British, swearing at people. I suppose it is. Yes, so, yeah. Don't know what... I don't know what tomorrow will bring. It's a random surprise wheel, a wheel of surprises. The whole of this year has been a wheel of surprises, and most of it's been not so great. Really. Oh, that now. Really? Oh, okay. Well, maybe the wheel will spin around. The wheel of fortune, the wheel of fate. The wheel of fate. If you don't know, in the Greek times, in classical theatre, classical everything, the wheel of fate, change yourself and change the world. Yeah, anyway, so the wheel of fate, see, it's like this, and you go around, and at the top is the richest man in the world, and at the bottom is the poorest man in the world. But as the poor man goes down, then the rich man goes up, and then it all goes around again. And yes, and you think, I'm riding high, but if you're right at the top, there's only one way to go if you're on the wheel of fate, and that's down again. And then you'll get crushed under the wheel, but then you'll come up on the other side. It's like, things are getting better. I'm going to reach the top of the wheel. Hooray! I'm at the top of the wheel. And then you're at the top of the wheel, and there's only one way to go, and it's down to the bottom of the crushing bottom of the wheel again. And that's the wheel of fate. Cheerful. Yeah. Brilliant. So, yeah, you could change yourself and change the world, but you could just... It probably is warmer under there, George. It's lovely and warm under the bottom of the wheel, the crushing wheel. And, you've got all the all the gore that's coming out of you to keep you lovely and warm. You're like, oh yes, that's so lovely and warm down here, and nice and lovely. Yes, very lovely. Sheltered under the wheel, probably best. But you're back up again, back up again, back up again. Isn't that how Saint Valentine died as well, with a wheel? It's a wheel. They put him on a wheel and they paraded him around. I think there were several people called Saint Valentine, but definitely one of them. I'm pretty sure they put him on a wheel and they paraded the wheel around town. Up he went, down he went, up he went, down he went. He said, that's what you get for believing in love, Saint Valentine. Yeah, he probably did. Anyway, that's probably me done. I'll just go. I think there's a remake of The Black Narcissus on in a minute, which is, there was a Powell and Pressburger, not Ealing. It's not an Ealing comedy. Not an Ealing comedy. It was a classic British film by the same people, I think, that made Matter of Life and Death. And it was about some Anglican nuns and the turmoil and the seething passion and the repression and people were like, and it was a good film. I think it was the 1940s or the 50s. It's a good film. Anyway, they made a remake of it with Gemma Arterton, and it's on tonight on BBC One, and that might be worth seeing. I might go and see it, or I might just wait and see it all at once when it's all out. I don't know. Anyway, I will see you soon. Adieu, adieu. To year and year and year. And yes, it'll be 2021 before you know it. Maybe 2021 before you see me again, because I will probably, after the next Doctor Who, I think that's Friday. I think after the next Doctor Who, then I will come on this televisually devicey thing, nearly a television, not quite. Thank you. It's a pleasure too. Yes, that's good, Solomon. I think you're right. Just resolve that. That's a good resolution. What are you talking about? Resolvation? How does resolution come from resolve? It doesn't really make sense, the English language, does it? Anyway, I'll see you after Doctor Who, and then we'll have much to talk about. Much. The reason this is on Sunday at 8 o'clock GMT is because it was after the Doctor Who, and I scheduled it for that. Now it's not been on that time for like 2 years, so it's ridiculous that I'm still doing it at the same time, especially since it clashes with everybody else. Everybody's doing these things at the same time. Anyway, I should go. I will go. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year, and Happy Christmas, and Happy everything, and Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy Hanukkah, which was last week. That's gone. It's all gone. And Happy Boxing Day, which might have been gone, and might be tomorrow, and I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, bye-bye. Happy Sunday. Yes, it's definitely Sunday here. It's always Sunday somewhere. That's not true. Anyway, it's always something somewhere. Bye-bye.